Hi guys, it's SYNOLVE. How are you guys doing? Sure hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about additional pathways for citizenship for Burkina Faso, and I'm going to talk about one of the main ways we're going to talk about is through citizenship through naturalization. Now, if you have any questions, please share them below. If you've gone through this process, please share it. If you have any information that you have found, you have researched, please share it. Okay, so Burkina Faso citizenship through naturalization. Most countries have some type of naturalization process in where you would basically have some sort of presence on the ground in the country. We've seen this happen over and over again with people who went through the Gambia and other countries where they were naturalized, right? They stayed on the continent for several years, whatever the country recommended, and then they, over time, when they met the requirements, they became a citizen. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Perform all of the rituals that you must perform to be a part of this family. I'm looking and seeing that the majority of you are not even subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe. You want to keep up with the news and what's going on in Burkina Faso, on the motherland, and all around the world, even here in the U.S. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, now that you've got that done, let's talk about Burkina Faso and this citizenship process. Now, a lot of this I come off of the website, so I'm reading from my notes when this was on the website for the U.S. Embassy to Burkina Faso. Since that time, unfortunately, y'all, a lot of this information has been scrubbed. I have it in my notes. And it's just been scrubbed, just to kind of erased off of the U.S. Embassy, off of the website. And so I'm going to share their website and what it looks like now, the U.S. Embassy. And so you guys can have the link. So maybe if that information comes back up, you can see it. But I'm going to go ahead. I thought I'd go ahead and share it because I got a lot of questions that have been populating from our last video that I did. My last video that I did with the citizenship offer with ADDI, and maybe you weren't able to go through that offer because of time restraints or whatever the case may be. And so I wanted to go through, this is just, I'm just telling you what normally happens with Burkina, with countries and the citizenship that they generally offer, right? And that's through naturalization, and that's an opportunity that happens in most countries. So what am I saying? I'm saying do your own research. I'm saying you will want to obviously travel to Burkina Faso first. You'll need a passport. You will need an e-visa, and that's all on the Burkina Faso's, their embassy to the U.S. That's all on the website. And I'm going to leave that all linked for you below. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get into it. I think one of the best ways for this citizenship is if you can go through ADDI. That is the premier gold standard right now for Burkina Faso citizenship and to become a Burkina Bay. And to, of course, if you are one of those people who is celebrating all of the amazing things that are happening in Burkina Faso, and you're celebrating all of the amazing things that President Traore is doing in the country, right? Then you are going to want to do your research, contact the Burkina Faso embassy, and you're going to want to also research the information on the ADDI website, which I've done a video and we'll link to that below. Now, if you want to go out on your own and be brave, hey, you know how we are and what we do. So let's, you want to go through a naturalization. I know two people who were going through that process of naturalization. And so I'm going, and they were on the continent in Burkina Faso. And so we're going to share kind of naturalization and some of the things that was the standard process. And that is, okay, naturalization. Now, Burkina Faso, for citizenship, to become a Burkinabe, right, through naturalization, here's the process. So citizenship, of course, is by birth, right? You are born within the territory of Burkina Faso, and you are born to, right, Burkinabe parents, right? Your parents are Burkinabes, they're from Burkina Faso, and you're born there. Now, if you are born in Burkina Faso, but you have your parents are from, say, another country, it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you were born in Burkina Faso that you will automatically receive or be conferred citizenship, okay? It is what it is. So now you can also go receive citizenship by descent, meaning you're a child and you can be an adult, but and at least one of your parents, right? You're the child of a parent or grandparent that is a citizenship and is granted citizenship regardless of the child's birth. So if you are someone whose parents or grandparents, forefathers, and you can prove that, is a citizen, was born a citizen of Burkina Faso, and they were a Burkinabe, then you can be granted citizenship regardless of the child's country of birth. So if they were born somewhere else, Ghana, Gambia, the U.S., Switzerland, wherever, France, wherever that might be, at least one parent is a citizen, then you can receive citizenship. Now, that begs the question, if, say, African Americans go over and they want citizenship in Burkina Faso, then can my children, or can your children then, if you receive citizenship, then can your children receive citizenship? Interesting question. I don't know. We got to do more research. Let's keep digging together, okay? But this is basically by descent. And that's one parent who's a citizenship. And primarily that is for, they were born in Burkina Faso, the parent or grandparent and so forth, right? Now, through naturalization. By naturalization, Burkinabe citizenship may be acquired upon fulfillment of the following conditions. The person has to reside in Burkina Faso for at least 10 years and is at least 18 years or older. There are some exceptions for residency and age requirements. Foreigners born in Burkina Faso and those who can be of service to the state need to fill out a resident requirement of at least 2 years, okay? Now, so that's through naturalization. Now, of course, through marriage, a person who marries a citizen of Burkina Faso may register for citizenship 6 months after the marriage. So you have to be married for at least 6 months. And then dual citizenship. It is not prohibited. So it's probably most likely safe to assume that dual citizenship is accepted. Now, naturalization is going to require you to be on the ground. And I know that, for example, in the Gambia, the Bag family, they went through, if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, they went through naturalization. So they went to the Gambia, they were on the ground, and they did all of the, they got their residency and they got all of the went through all the legal processes in order to gain citizenship. But that would mean you'd be on the ground. So one of the things through the ADDI, they're making it very simple and doing a lot of this for you. So because you'll need, you're going to need an e-visa, right? And you can get through that through the ADDI process and membership, but you're also on your own will need to get your own passport. And so you will need to get a passport, and is looking like it is $140 for a 5-year multiple entry visa. Now, here's the detailed breakdown. The visa, Burkina offers both single and multiple entry visas with e-visa option for tourism or family visits. There's a consular fee. The U.S. pays a consular fee of $140 for a 5-year multiple entry visa. There is an e-visa application. Now, I started the e-visa application, but you need your passport. So you got to have your passport and passport number, all of that. You got to have a password, email address. And then once you put your email address in, they will send you a link to then go and finish the registration for your e-visa, right? You can apply for an electronic visa authorization, e-visa, through the Burkina Faso embassy website. Now, for the most part, when you're traveling, most people, and they're traveling, if you're just traveling to Burkina Faso and because you want to travel because you're going to want to go in and stay for a while and get your, feet on the ground and kind of know if this is somewhere I'm going to like, see the ground, see towns you might, or where you might like places where villages where you might like to stay if you want to stay in Ouagadougou in the city. Look, y'all, look, she been practicing some more. She back at it. Okay. All right. So if you want to stay in the city capital, all of that. Now, you need to be clear that the State Department has warnings about traveling to Burkina Faso, and they also have travel warnings for traveling to Jamaica. You look, okay, so y'all, you understand how this works, and so do your own research. Look for, and I said this a couple of times, look for other countries, surrounding neighboring countries that are traveling in and out of Burkina Faso, and do your own research. Look for bloggers in the city, YouTubers, look for people on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere you can find them. To look for people who are traveling in and out of Burkina Faso and their experiences, and look on, other websites. You're gonna, of course, look, if you look on the French websites, if you look on the U.S. websites, then there may be travel restrictions, or they may say do not travel. You're gonna have to do your own research. You're gonna have to really dig in deep and find this information for yourself, and you're gonna make sure that you keep yourself and your family safe. Now, if you go to Burkina Faso and you run into some type of travel issue or travel problem, there's a STEP program which is the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, STEP. You should enroll in that with the travel.state.gov, which is the State Department. You should definitely enroll in that. So, and that's on the U.S. Embassy website in Burkina Faso, right? There's also emergency assistance that you can apply for, because say, for example, something happens and you have an issue and you need to get out quick. There are U.S. emergency contacts. I'll leave all that link to that below, so you can, you can do that. Also, if you need to get out out of the country, there are definitely ways. I'm clicking just to make sure I'm going through my computer and clicking to make sure I'm providing all this information. But there is, right, there are these emergency ways that you can deal with whatever emergency you might have, whether it's Burkina Faso or anywhere that you go, so that you are safe. And so, but like I said, you want to be safe, you want to do your own research, and you want to find out what it is for yourself, so that you and your family are safe whenever you go, wherever you want to go. This is the same thing that I would do no matter where I go in the world, right? Because I want to know, right? You want to know and have all this research and have all of this information before you go anywhere. I'm sure you do your information and research before you go. Now, so you're going to want to do this before you travel anywhere. Now, U.S. citizens are strongly urged to acquire visas for Burkina Faso before traveling to the country. I'm reading this right off of the U.S. Embassy in Burkina Faso, the website. And so travelers can apply for a visa by mail or in person at the embassy in Burkina Faso in Washington, D.C., where they will receive a 5-year multiple entry visa for $140. Okay, that's what we just talked about. If visas are not obtained in advance, the cost at the port of entry is 94,000 francs, okay, or CFA, which is approximately USD $190. So it's $190 approximately if you don't return, if you don't get the visa prior to traveling. Okay. Now this visa is for a single entry visa with a maximum validity of 3 months. All right. And so, or 122,000 CFA, right? The CFA franc, approximately, which is approximately 245 USD for multiple entry visa with a maximum validity of 3 months. So you could come out, you could go back, you could come out, say you wanted to go to Ghana or to Mali or somewhere else, you could come in and out of Burkina Faso, but you know, in Burkina Faso was your home base, okay? You could visit neighboring countries in and out with that particular visa, the one for $245. All of this is on the website, so I'm going to leave the link here. Once in Burkina Faso, one can apply for a 5-year, we talked about that, this 5-year entry visa for 70,000 CFA, which is approximately $140 USD, right? And this is the visa office of Ouagadougou, and it is located in Goughin, okay? I'm gonna leave that on the screen because I really don't know how to pronounce it and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to offend anyone. Okay. Travelers entering Burkina Faso are also required to present their current and valid international certificate of vaccination as approved by the World Health Organization, or WHO. And this is commonly called a yellow card. So you're going to have to show that your yellow fever vaccination is up to date. So you can get your yellow fever vaccination at, we have here at a travel nurse or a travel shot clinic or health department. We have here a shot nurse here in the Mid-South area, Memphis area. And so you may have something similar, but I will call around. You can even see if your doctor has yellow fever shots, if you know, if they have it, but you may have to go to your health department or to a local travel shot facility. Okay. And for us, I think we can do that at the health department. Okay. Now, let's see. The Embassy of Burkina Faso in Washington, D.C. is located at 2340 Massachusetts Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., 2008. So, and yeah, you're going to have the phone number, all of that is here. Where to send it if you're going to do it ahead of time. It is a little bit more costly if you do it. You know, you can do it by mail. It's a little bit more costly if you do it and you know, you're going to wait and not do it, you know, prior to, right, and mail it. So you can make you can make inquiries if you need to when you're overseas. Inquiries should be made at the nearest Burkina Faso embassy or consulate's office, and you can visit the embassy of Burkina Faso, which I also link below. Okay, this is quite a bit of information, and so you a lot of this information is here for you, and this is, you know, very important because you want to know the information that you need to know before you get there. before you need to know it, right? You need to have all of this. And so it's going to take some planning and some research. Do your research. Right now, ADDI, they have a trip coming up, and they, of course, had the citizenship offer, which may have expired by now. And I don't know right now if you go on the embassy for Burkina Faso, they're gonna have a link to ADDI right on their website. So that's really who is kind of guiding their citizenship process. Now, I just wanted you to be aware of naturalization, because most countries do have naturalization. What I would do is research. I want you to reach out to the Burkina Faso embassy, which I will leave link below, and you want to reach out to the United States embassy of Burkina Faso. You understand what I'm saying? Burkina Faso, all countries have their own embassy, and they have their own representatives here on the ground in the U.S., but they also have embassies on the ground in their country. They also, the U.S. has, whatever country you are in, Jamaica or wherever you are, they will have a representative from Jamaica, from U.S., that has an embassy in Burkina Faso or whatever country, in Ghana, wherever country where it is that you want to go. So you're going to want to do both. You're going to want to deal and work with your embassy, and you're going to want to get as much information as you can from the actual embassy of Burkina Faso, the actual country where you want to go. And that's very, very, very important. Okay. Now, there are some travel funds that are out there. You have to, it's like a travel loan, emergency travel loan. Say you need to come out of there really quick for whatever reason. There are some, and I talked about this a little bit, about the emergency opportunities and support that your embassy, that the U.S. embassy provides, and your embassy wherever you are may also provide something similar. All I know about, is the U.S. embassy, because I'm African American, and that is the information that I have. Now, if you have any questions, please share them below. If you've gone through this process, please share it. If you have any information that you have found, you have researched, please share it. Like I said, a lot of things are being scrubbed in the U.S. Even it looks like a lot of pictures from people, African Americans who've served in the military. Those pictures are being scrubbed off of the United States website, the White House.gov website. So there's a lot that's being scrubbed in the U.S. right now. And so I really wasn't feeling well. I have been sick for the last couple of weeks. And so that's why I didn't bring the video sooner to you guys, but I did the research and I wanted to share it. This is something, naturalization is an option that I wanted to share, and it is something that you will need to do your research. I'm not giving you, like saying this is how it is. I'm giving you the information that I've researched and the information that you can research, and an option of how there is another possibility. Let me say it that way. There's another possibility, because you want to travel, right? There is the Burkina Faso Travel Authority. You want to travel to Burkina Faso. You want to travel there, and there's some beautiful, amazing cultural areas to travel and to view and to learn. I'll put some of that up on the website, and here it is. I was on my computer, and it's actually on okay, so here it is. So welcome to Burkina Faso, land of welcome and traditions. And so this is the Welcome to Burkina Faso National Tourism Office website, ONTB. So I'll leave this also linked for you guys, because you'll want to, before you establish citizenship, you may want to travel to, I would think, travel to Burkina Faso as an option. Like I said, ADDI has those options with Dr. Arikana, and I've talked about that in another video, which I will leave link below. But if you want to go it on your own, you're going to have to do your own research. You're going to do your own research. I would talk to a travel agent. I would talk to the U.S. Embassy, or your embassy of what country you're in. I would talk to the Burkina Faso embassy. Now, when you go on the Burkina Faso embassy, you can change it to English, okay? You can change it at the top to English so that you can see it in English. And yes, all right, so you can change it there up at the top. There's an EN and an FR, and you can change it to English so you can read everything in English. And you can see there's so many links. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's the presidency of Faso, there's the Prime Minister's office, there's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there's Transitional Legislative Assembly, there's the United States Department of State, and there is the Burkina Bay National Tourist Office, which, you know, I've talked about. So there are a lot of options and opportunities out there for us to visit. There may be even some options as it goes along for, you know, for more types of citizenship through investment, through buying properties. Those opportunities may come about and may at some point in time exist. Remember, this is a new presidency that has come into office since 2022. So there are amazing things that President Traore has done in the last 2 years. So we're keeping our eyes open. We are we are researching, and naturalization is a standardized way of acquiring citizenship. So we're keeping our eyes open for that and peeled for that. That's really what I'm trying to tell you. Keep your eyes open for this and peeled for this as you're talking, looking for a different path. If you're looking, if you are looking for a different path to citizenship, then it's important for you to research options of naturalization. And we shall see if those opportunities will come up and resurface again for Burkina Faso. Not to say that they're not gone, it's just that they're not listed available right now on the website. And so many things are changing, and that website is being updated. It's so beautiful. It's being updated now daily as we speak. There's new information that's being added right now. Like I said, ADDI is the bridge for citizenship for the diaspora. So we really want to also investigate them, which I have a whole entire video on that. All right, I hope this was very helpful for you, and I hope and pray that you are being wise in your decisions and doing your own research. Please, I cannot stress this enough. Do your own research in traveling. Don't just look at your country's State Department, but look at the State Department and what they're saying. But don't just look at your country's State Department. Look at the surrounding countries and what they're saying. Look at the Gambia and other Ghana and other news sources, resources that will tell you exactly what's happening on the ground in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso also has several news outlets, TV stations on YouTube that you can check out, and you kind of see what's going on. So check those out. And there are opportunities many times if you're listening to people who are from Burkina Faso, where you can have, where things are translated in English, and if you're an English speaker, and you can really understand what is being said. And of course, like I said, the Embassy of Burkina Faso in Washington, D.C. has a little area at the top where you can change it from English to French, back from French to English. And so it is something that you can read at your leisure. All right, I'm going to go. I'm SYNOLVE. If you have any tips, any information, please share it below. I am trying to get as much information as I can to you guys because I love you guys so much. All right, this is SYNOLVE signing off. I'm going to see you in another video real soon. Bye-bye, guys. Love you.